Cheers, YouTubers! Kinghuman here, and I'm gonna give you one wicked-ass tutorial on how to make the coolest, most kick-ass corpses for your haunted house this year. I mean, you're gonna knock everybody else out of the ballpark with your crap. This is gonna be professional grade stuff, and it ain't hard to do, so pay attention and you'll be cool. Okay guys, I wish I could show you step by step how to do this, but I really don't have the space. I mean, my work area is totally screwed up. So I'm going to show you the two different kinds of corpsing that I do and that you can do. And the first type is this guy right here. He's pretty cool. Take a gander. Check him out. This is our first corpse, and his head looks pretty creepy. Come down to his corpse part, and you can see he's he doesn't have all that much flesh. He's mostly bone, and the flesh is just kind of dripping off of his rib cage there. It's looking pretty creepy. So that's our first kind of corpse. Really cool, really easy to make. Hey, quit looking at me! Bugging me. Anyway, check it out. Let's get cracking. Boom! Okay, what we're gonna need is primarily going to be what's called a bucky skeleton, or bucky skeleton parts. They're just regular plastic skeletons. This is a skull part, just to show you, give you an idea. It's just a hard plastic part. As you can see, it doesn't look very I mean, it's just way too clean and perfect and all that. It's not very cool. It doesn't have that kabam factor. Kabam! Boo! Really ain't gonna scare many people. Now, what else are you gonna need? You're going to need a lot of liquid latex. Now, I buy it by the gallon. Comes in a big jug. Looks like milk. Also, you're going to need some brown stains in different degrees. I get a dark one and a medium one. And so I use some of those paper paint buckets and some of those cheap 99-cent paint brushes. And that's really all you need. Pretty simple stuff. Now the bucky stuff you can get on eBay, these skeleton parts. For example, for the skull, you should pay maybe anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks. Don't pay any more than that. 10 bucks, 15 bucks. Cool. And you don't have to make the whole corpse if you don't want. You can just make a bunch of heads. For example, here's a couple of heads I slapped together. Here's one. You can see the decay coming through his head. It's all, I mean, you know, you got to do the detailing in the teeth. And I put eyes in this guy. And as you can see, he's not really that finished off, because usually what I like to do is I usually like to paint the eyes over with some whitewash, so, you know, it makes the eyes milky. And this guy, here's an example of just somebody that's been around too long. He's got a little bit more decay. Anyway, you can do just heads if you want. It's up to you. But if you really want to be kick-ass, you do the whole skeleton, or at least a torso. Okay, so let's get into it. How do you do it? How do you skin them? How do you make them look creepy? All that stuff. Just watch. All you have to do is just take your paint bucket, pour in a bunch of the white liquid latex, and then take some cotton balls or sheets of cotton, and you can get that at your drugstore, and throw the cotton right into the bucket with the liquid latex. Wear gloves and be careful, because this stuff doesn't come out of anything. If you get liquid latex on your carpet, on your clothes, it's staying there. So wear your Boro crappy clothes And don't get the liquid latex near anything you can't afford to lose. So anyway, all you do, take the cotton after it's been saturated in the liquid latex out of the bucket and just start stringing it on the corpse. And you can mat it, you can, obviously you can mold it, you can flatten it in places, other places you can have it dripping, and exactly how you leave it is how it'll dry and how it'll look on the finished corpse. So there you go, that's step one.
Really, it's easy. You can do it.
Now you can't really make a mistake because it's a corpse. Anything goes. Just, I like to have some exposed bones and stuff. I don't like to have everything covered up. You gotta have some bones showing through. So don't cover up the whole thing with the latex cotton. And then of course the head, you just sculpt with that. Just play with it, Now personally I like to detail the teeth. And what I do is I get in there with a Dremel tool and I'll separate the teeth with a little saw, electric saw, and then I'll put some shoe polish on the teeth, and then I'll coat it with a clear epoxy. Makes it look really cool. Really cool. And of course, sculpt some nose, sculpt some ears. Just, it can be as creepy or as detailed as you want. And this guy, he's pretty creepy. And of course, again, on the head, expose some bone parts. It's really cool. I mean, this isn't rocket science. You can do this, really.
Now you just need to color him up.
Okay, you've got your Bucky all coated with the cotton latex, and you've got the head the way you want it, but it's all completely white and it doesn't look like anything. Well, just take your stain. Now, I use spray-on stain because that's really easy for me to use, but you can use any stain. And just take a bunch of dark stain and paint it on there. Start with the darkest color first. Paint it on there, and then I'll let that dry. I'll blot up all the excess, and then let it dry. And then I'll take a lighter stain, and it's just simple wood stain. And it really looks cool and creepy. Very simple. Give it a try. Experiment around.
I think he's looking at me.
Okay, people. Now you got the information, go try it, see how you do, and send me a video, show me your kick-ass corpse. I'm dying to see what you do. It'll be cool, and you'll be the envy of every haunted house in your neighborhood. You're gonna creep out so many kids, and when they get creeped out, tell them Kinghuman made you do it. Kick-ass. Alright guys, have a good Halloween. Sayonara.